mac and cheese without any cow cheese. So, and it's possible. It is possible. So we're starting out, what makes the mac and cheese, what makes the cheese, gives it the color, is the red bell peppers. So I'm using red bell peppers that's been chopped. And I'm using cashews that has been soaked. Now, if you have an allergic reaction or if you don't want to use cashews, you can use sunflower seeds to lower the fat content, but it makes it creamy. Cashews are very, very creamy, and these cashews have been soaked overnight. So,
Soaked in water?
Soaked in water overnight. And then I am gonna do, this is almond milk, and then I'm gonna blend it so we can get it started before we put all our other ingredients in. Now, if you don't have a Vitamix, I would say do it in small batches because you don't want to burn your blender out. So we have the onions, and I'm using yellow onions. This is tahini. Tahini is sesame seed butter. Sesame seeds, those little small sesame seeds, and they grind it into butter. I did not make it. I bought it from the store, bought it from Whole Foods. They sell it in a bulk, and also you can buy it in a jar. But it gives you that sharp taste that cheese has. And it's 2 tablespoons of tahini.
Now, Evita, sometimes the sesame seeds are, they say roasted. Should they get that, or?
They could do sesame seeds and put it in. Tahini, the raw tahini is crazy expensive. This is not all raw. This is roasted tahini because raw tahini butter is crazy. It's like $15 a jar. It's like crazy.
What else can you do with it besides? I mean, can you?
I make dressings with it. I make gravy. You could do a lot of stuff with tahini.
But you can't put it on burger.
No, it doesn't have. It's not that type of butter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's acquired taste. It kind of tastes kind of green tasting, like grass. Yeah, it's not that, but it's high in vitamin C. It's high in calcium. It's very, very good for you. Yeah.
And do you make your own raw?
I don't make my own.
So you buy the.
I buy it. I don't buy the raw one because it's too expensive. It's way, way, way too expensive. So I do not buy the raw one at all. So we have a little bit of maple syrup. I have olive oil, and I use cold pressed olive oil, and I advise people to buy olive oil that's in dark containers because when the light hits it, it gets rancid. So you want to buy olive oil in dark containers. I have lemon juice. I always use fresh lemon juice, no concentrate here. That's the best thing to use is the fresh one. Fresh garlic. Have a little cumin, cayenne. I'm from Louisiana. Well, my family's from Louisiana. I like spicy. Love spicy. Smoked paprika and yeast flakes. The yeast flakes makes it cheesy tasting. Yeast flakes is high in B vitamins. B vitamins is good for your nerves. It calms you down. And you want to blend, you want to make sure that it's really nice and creamy, just like cheese. Doesn't it look like cheese? So I already boiled my noodles here. This is brown rice noodles. And we want to put them in the pan. I put a little olive oil in them so they wouldn't stick together. And oops. It tastes like cheese too. And we're going to pour our cheese in here.
It smells like it too. That's what we look like this.
And you want to mix it up. And you could do this right on top of the stove. Now I'm using today, there is another brand called Vegan Gourmet. I'm using Tofuti. It does have a little sugar in it, I think. It has cane juice in it, yeah. But if you can't find Vegan Gourmet, because I couldn't find it, this is Tofuti cream cheese. Very seldom that I use stuff that's already made, but, and you could use it without the cream cheese, but it takes it up a notch.
This recipe, the recipe that's written doesn't have that on there, right?
It
Okay.
doesn't, I forgot to put it.
Okay.
So, it's about a half a cup of cream cheese. I did forget to put it in the recipe.
And so they make vegan cream cheese too.
Yes, they do.
How long, once you buy the bags of, or whatever you buy your nutritional yeast in, how long can you keep it, and do you have to refrigerate it?
You don't have to refrigerate the nutritional yeast, and it has a shelf life of a year. Yeah, so that it can last for a very long time. And once you learn how it tastes, you can sprinkle it on salads. I sprinkle it on salads, and I also, if you remember the last class, we used the yeast flakes and we made Parmesan cheese.
Oh, yes.
You could use so much with that with the yeast flakes to make the stuff taste cheesy. Mine don't last in the house. It doesn't last more than a month.
Just take it out and just
And just sprinkle it right on top. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
good. It has really, it's good to B vitamins.
Okay.
And we really need our B vitamins. We really do. So this is about a cup. And you just want to work it in to here and mix it up. And as it gets hot, it'll melt. You could also put it into the cheese and blend it up if you want. And that's it. That's your macaroni and cheese. Wasn't that simple?
Yes.
It's real simple. Wait, do you have any questions?
I do.
Yeah,
Is that
okay.
paprika on top, the little reddish?
It's probably, yes, that's a picture that we found online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just decorated it. You can put a little paprika, because people do that. You can also, if you want, I remember some people, they use breadcrumbs. You can put breadcrumbs on this, and you can bake it in the oven. But when you bake it in the oven, it tends to dry it out a little bit. I like my macaroni and cheese really saucy, so I don't like dry macaroni and cheese. So in the oven, it tends to get a little dried out. Yeah. So I don't usually do it in the oven. I just do it stovetop.
Okay. Now, I also see you said you can substitute hemp and walnut milk.
You could use hemp milk or walnut milk. I prefer almond, because the almonds are king, is the king of the nuts,
Okay.
high, and yeah, and you could buy it in the store. But also, if you have allergic to a reaction to almond, that's why I suggest to use hemp. You could also use flax milk. There's flax milk in the store too. That's if you can't do the nuts.
Okay.
That's why I said you could do the sunflower seeds instead of the cashews.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions?
What about the rice milk?
You could do rice milk. You can. The almonds give you that. The almond milk gives you that mouth feel. You know, macaroni and cheese is kind of greasy.
Okay.
It gives you that mouth feel. Rice milk tends not to. It's not as oily.
Okay.
But if you want to cut down on fats, you can. I cook vegan soul food, so it almost tastes like you're used to it. You know, it gives you that mouth feel. That's what soul food does. It gives you that mouth feel. And so that's why I cook a little richer. But if you want to cut down on fat, you can by using the sunflower seeds and using the rice milk. What y'all think?
I don't believe this.
I love her reaction because she's
No.
just always blown away by it.
Doesn't it taste like cheese, macaroni
It
and cheese?
tastes, this is delicious. Oh my
And it's
God.
healthy.
I did add all the salt, so I mean, I did add all the salt that was on the recipe. So I added it. To me, it wasn't salty enough. But if you think it's a little bit too salty,
Mm-mm.
you definitely could, reduce it. But
Don't do that.
And you can change your noodles on this.
yeah,
Whoa.
Because the first time I had it was with the
yeah, with the
spiral kind
Spiral.
of noodles.
so you don't have to use the elbow.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You can use spiral.
So hey,
And you don't feel guilty.
I know, and you can have Thanksgiving.
With a
What
little
else do
salt.
you recommend beside, what else can we fix for Thanksgiving?
Uh,
Mac and cheese, candy yams.
You can do candy yams.
I love
Can't
candy.
we do them raw,
I
you know, I
can't
heard you
believe
can't
it.
do them raw really,
I mean,
you're not
raw
supposed
pepper
to.
great.
Yeah, you can't do raw. You could cook the candy.
I thought it would be better.
You thought it would be bitter?
Ah,
It's
that's
the
what you
maple
did.
syrup is the one that it cuts the bitter taste. Yeah.
And are y'all checking out the bacon though? Are y'all tasting the bacon? Seriously, because I'm just letting y'all know I was back there chewing on bacon earlier. It's awesome. It's awesome. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how many of y'all are blown away? How many 10s we got? 10?
12, 15.
Okay, 12, 15. All right. That's gonna cover the rest of y'all that didn't raise your hand.
I had to put the fork down and raise my hand.
Like I don't want to do that. But see, last time you were waiting for this one. Yeah, it's just some good stuff. So you feel like you could do this?
I feel like I can eat it. What about doing it?
Like if you had to do your whole Thanksgiving or eat, let's say that you didn't prepare it, but if you ate all of this
Oh,
in
yeah.
large amounts, could you handle it?
In large
I
amounts.
could.
In large amounts.
I really could.
I'm really especially concerned with our guy in the orange shirt because he hasn't quite converted himself.